Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, Once again, I am here to share something very special with you. As I have said before, um, I was blessed and honored. I did a interview on a television station out of Baltimore, WMER TV2 out of Baltimore. Shout out to them. And an inmate at a Maryland State Prison in Jessup, Maryland, saw my interview and was so touched by what I said about the Mother's Cry mission and what we do that he had his had his supporter, his spokesperson, to get in touch with me to see if he could get my address and write me a letter. Needless to say, at the time that I received the letter, I did not understand that this gentleman was the other Westmore indicated in the book written by our governor, Governor Westmore. And this particular gentleman, as I said, he's an inmate in a Maryland State Prison doing amazing work. He started a coalition called the Positive Change Coalition, and the gentlemen that are a part of this coalition are doing amazing things to help in the community and so forth and so on. And so, one of the things that Mr. Moore asked me when he wrote me was, what can we do to help support A Mother's Cry, to share more about A Mother's Cry, to, support the A Mother's Cry mission? And I said to him, I think that we would love to have some letters from you gentlemen, because sometimes as mothers, we are advocates without a title. We are advocates for our children from birth, really. Actually, we begin advocating for them when after conception, because we have to monitor what we eat, we have to monitor what we drink, we have to monitor the environments that we're in because of the child that we're carrying on the inside. And then once that child is born, our advocacy becomes much more visible and loud, right? Our voices turn up a little bit. And so I think every now and then we just want to hear that what we are doing is appreciated, that it is effective, that it means something. And especially for us mothers who have children behind the prison wall, um, many mothers deal with guilt and shame. They feel like they failed. They are the reason why their child is incarcerated, so forth and so on. So every now and then, it's just nice to hear from someone behind the wall that they appreciate what we're doing. So, needless to say, I was just bowled over when I received letters from the gentleman in the Jessup Correctional Institution and the Positive Change Coalition. I think I received like 15 letters, but today I'm just going to read a couple of them just to give you an idea of what they are doing and what they their appreciation for us. I'm going to try to share this to my Facebook. Hopefully, I won't lose you because if you know me at all, you know that I am not technologically sharp at all, and I tend to make a lot of mistakes when I'm trying to do something that requires technology, right? So anyway, um, I hope I just shared that to my Facebook page, and maybe someone will join me here. But I'm going to read a couple of letters that we received from the gentleman at the Jessup Institutional Correction in Jessup, Maryland, with regard to A Mother's Cry. These letters are written to mothers who have children that are incarcerated, right? And not just to me, but to all mothers who have children behind the wall. And this one says, "Hey, Mom, I don't know if I've told you lately how much I love and appreciate you. Ma, in my lowest moments, you were there for me, picking me out of the mud and cleansing my soul with your love, empathy, and compassion. You are the reason why I know these emotions and can appreciate them when I receive them, express them, or see them in others. Having experienced the unconditional love of a mother has enabled me to love others unconditionally. Experiencing the unrelenting support of a mother has instilled in me an example to live by. When supporting others, having a mother fight so vehemently for me has given me the spirit to fight fiercely on behalf of others. Being so genuinely encouraged by a mother who continued to build me up every time I would fall has given me the tools to assist others in the process of evolving, reshaping, and rebuilding themselves. I am the advocate I am because of the advocacy I have received from a mother. I am the protector I am because of the protection I have received from a mother. I am the teacher I am because of the lessons I have received from a mother. Every ounce of good in me was placed there by a mother, and I am forever grateful and appreciative for the gift that is a mother. Without a mother, there would be no life. Our existence begins with the mother carrying us within her very flesh, us connected through the cord of survival, being nourished through sustenance, carefully ingested to fuel our growth and development. Before we can even breathe, we are being nurtured and protected. Being, of course, they would pick today to be testing their fire alarms here. Let me finish this letter. Being given the nutrients needed to form into our most protected form. These are just a few of the blessings showered upon us by a mother. A few of the blessings I give thanks and appreciation to all mothers for. I give thanks to all mothers for never giving up on us when we make it so easy to do so. We think we know it all when we haven't seen the half of it. But when we bump into that wall, we are not greeted with, "I told you so," but instead we hear, "I got you, baby." This is the gentleness and patience of a mother, a blessing to mankind, unlike no other, and a gift to the universe from the hands of God. Now that I have thanked mothers in general, I want to speak specifically to the women of a mother's cry. The passion with which you advocate and fight for the men and women behind the walls has to be acknowledged. Not only should it be acknowledged, but it should also be affirmed and commended. Creating a space for mothers to come together and support each other through one of the most traumatic circumstances imaginable, the loss of a child to the criminal injustice system, was not only groundbreaking but necessary. Many people validly speak about the victims of the crime, but oftentimes forget about the specific segment of those victims. The mothers of those incarcerated should be counted as victims as well, because they also suffer a loss due to no fault of their own. I apologize to all victims of crime and the criminal justice system on behalf of those of us who caused you pain and grief. But this is why I love this organization. It is a place where mothers can come together and mend their loss and grief through support and service. I thank you for all your staunch advocacy, being front and center in the fight for prison reform and bringing awareness to the inequities of a flawed system, working perfectly in its design. I nor the men of Positive Change Coalition can thank you enough, but we will thank you often, expressing our appreciation and gratitude for all that you do. We will keep fighting as long as we have you all fighting with us and for us. So the fight continues. Thank you. With love, peace, and blessings. Wesley Moore, President, the Positive Change Coalition. Wow, that was powerful. I had said I was going to read two, but I think I'll just stop with this one today. Um, I'm overwhelmed, right, with emotion. When I first received these letters, I read each one of them and I cried. I mean, the ugly cry, from a good place, from a place of being seen, being heard, being appreciated. A Mother's Cry is a newly founded nonprofit, but we have been doing this work for many, many years. And finally, we are being recognized for the work that we do. I want to encourage those of you who have a vision, who have a mission, that you may feel like you're not being seen or not being heard. I want to encourage you not to give up. Keep going. Trying to get myself together because I feel like crying again. But I thank Mr. Moore. And as I said, those of you who have read the book written by Governor Westmore entitled The Other Westmore is referring to the young man that wrote this letter. They were both born in Baltimore area. They had the same name, um, and their lives took different paths, right? But this gentleman has a heart of gold, and the times that I have communicated with him, I have felt nothing but love. So he is definitely in our prayers as we go forth with our work. And I will read the rest of the letters to you because I promised to do that. But today I'm going to stop with Mr. Moore's letter. Ask that you would continue to keep these young men in prayer of the Positive Change Coalition. Again, thank you so much. Have a blessed day.